Josh Zimmerman, I run BrownDogGadgets.com.
Hi Josh, how are you this morning?
A little raspy but good.
Let me get the logo there so everybody will know. And okay, so Joshua, we were sitting here talking about some of the really cool products that you have here, and about the maker movement in education. Can you kind of talk to us a little bit about what you guys sell, and then maybe about the maker movement a little bit?
Well, sure. I started doing all this stuff as hobbyist projects because I like solar power, and I was very annoyed that I couldn't find good solar power projects for beginners, especially for my students in my classroom. I taught 6th, 7th, 8th grade science, and there was nothing out there that was decent and fun, and I thought was at a level that they would appreciate. So I started to put together some things such as a basic solar USB charger.
Because everybody makes a solar oven, and that's it, right?
That's just so annoying.
Make a hot dog in my solar oven.
I'm not going to cook a hot dog, but no, I will do. I can charge my iPhone off of this.
That's much more useful, unless I'm hungry. Right?
Well, and the thing is, for students, solar is so passive, you can't see it doing something quickly and easily. Making something that connects to their most favorite item in the world, their phone or their iPod, that actually charges it, that does something that they made in a very easy form factor they can understand, becomes so much more useful and so much more connected to their life. And this right here, this charger that you can put together, I have it for $35 on my website. It's a complete kit, everything you need to solder it together. And this is the same as you'd find in a Radio Shack basic charger.
Right.
A rechargeable battery pack, the rechargeable AA's, a solar cell, and a little tiny circuit that does the voltage boosting. But it's very easy to look and identify all the components in there, put it together, and have it work within a half an hour to 45 minutes. A little bit of soldering, just enough that kids can get into it, do a little bit of work, but then pop it together and immediately you can start charging a gadget off of it.
And so that's an interesting thought about the makers movement itself. Instead of doing something in class that you just leave off and like an experiment that you turn it into the teacher and it's done with, the makers movement kind of does, you do something and you've got something useful to take home with you.
Well, it's something that you need, it's something that you can use, even something like just flashy to wear, but it's something that's yours. You've made it your own, you've done it yourself, and you know how it works. And it's something that kids can take home and actually put in their window and charge up occasionally from it.
Okay, so you got a USB charger box. That's way cool. What else you got down here?
Well, I do a lot of things by request. These solar bugs were by request from a 4th grade teaching friend of mine. She wanted a solar project for 4th graders that wasn't difficult or dangerous and also could be done in 45 minutes. So I made this very simple solar bug. It's a laser cut wood body, a solar cell, and a vibrating motor. You paint it, you pop it together, and this is something you can actually use to test out different types of light. UV light or fluorescent light inside of here, it's not working because fluorescent is weak. Get a desk lamp. Is it going to move? Probably not. Go outside, the sun will make this thing jiggle around.
Just like real life.
And you can buy toys like this, but it's so much more fun to have a student paint it and make it, and it's a very easy project to have and be done with and then use.
And they can take it with them when they're done.
Exactly. And then again, kids can paint it and make it their own.
I can actually see part of that makers movement where the students are creating their own product is that they'll have a greater emotional attachment to their learning. They're more attached to it because this is something that I actually created with my own hands. I get to keep it when I'm done.
Exactly, and there's just enough customization on these things that it makes you really own it. It's yours. And also, you can go and say, I could remake this again. I know how this works. It's so easy. I could make another one from scratch if I really, really wanted to. You can find a solar cell, find a motor. That's awesome. All it takes.
Let's see what we got here. We just got like a little solar cell. We got the little bug template. And then on the back, we just got a little tiny motor that vibrates. So that's pretty awesome. So what else you got here? What are some other cool things that you got?
Well, I have some basic things, such as just a basic solar cell with a clippy wire attached, because sometimes this is the best thing ever for a classroom. I kept making these for a couple of my friends because you can clip anything to a solar cell and watch it work. Clip a buzzer, clip a fan, clip an LED, and instantaneously see, okay, this is working. Even better, I can make a series circuit or a parallel circuit by hooking two of these together and see, does this fan or buzzer do something different?
Right.
Is my buzzer getting louder by making a series circuit or making a parallel circuit with it?
That's cool.
It's all clippy together, and plus you can integrate things you already have in your classroom. Something breaks, it's easy to replace with something else. And it's just very super simple, and also for teachers, cheap and tough to break.
Cheap and tough to break.
Which I know I've had way too many things get broken, and I gotta make this a little bit more tough for those kids.
Okay, so what grades are you targeting here? It looks like, of course, the bugs, they were like the elementary. I'm thinking maybe the USB charger, maybe middle school.
Middle school to high school. I was a middle school teacher, but frequently I'd make things for the younger grades. And also the stuff I was doing was more high school level on the weekends of my projects. So I just try to make things that are kind of a nice wide range, but also can slightly be scaled up and down as well. The USB chargers might be appropriate for kids in a younger age because you have to solder, but you can use something like this in any
And mom
grade
hasn't bought him an
whatsoever.
iPhone yet. Either. That might
Oh,
be.
from my experiences, all my kids had smartphones, better ones than I did. So, in 8th
Those
grade,
darn kids.
I don't know anything in the cash for it, but I try to make it like a wide range of things. So depending on what your budget is, and also what your class can handle, also what you feel comfortable with too, because some teachers would not be comfortable with soldering even in high school.
So this fits in well with STEM education. This fits in well with the current happy. Everybody's doing STEM, right? So
I love STEM, but it's a matter of integrating that into what you know and what you can do. That makes a big difference, because not every teacher wants to do every STEM project.
Right.
Not every kid would be interested in every STEM project. Find a nice happy ground based on your class, your school, your environment. So I like to have things that are wide and varied.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Joshua. If somebody's interested in getting a hold of you and brown dog gadgets, I got this thing here, brown bag. I'm sorry about that.
You know what? Easy connection.
How do they get a hold of you?
You can email me through browndoggadgets.com. I offer very nice teacher discounts because I used to be one, and I'm happy to help you work on your own projects. If you have a certain thing you want to do or a certain thing you want to accomplish, I can either point you to somebody who can do it for you, or I can help you put something together based on the parts I have or what you have in your classroom.
Joshua, thanks for talking to us this morning. Appreciate it.